Sí, es muy importante.
Yes, they are very important because sadly no university opens its doors to teach people how to be husbands or fathers.
Now, our time isn't about us anymore. Now my time is for my girls, and his time is dedicated to his job.
It changes life completely, and this also causes you to somewhat lose communication.
Their parenting skills is going to come off of how they were treated when they were young. So to see those children grow up and have their families and treat their children, they're going to treat the children how they were treated. And if their parents weren't communicating, they're not going to know what to do.
The way family members communicate themselves affect their children in different ways, whether unconsciously or consciously. When I heard this, my radar went up on this part because I said, hey, I'm doing this wrong, and my kids are picking up on it.
The family is the foundation of a country or nation. If you have a family where you are surrounded by conflict, these kids aren't going to do anything positive for themselves or for society when they grow up.
One of the pamphlets caught my attention because it said that we spend many months planning for a wedding and invest a lot of time and money for an event that only lasts one day. And then we don't prepare ourselves for an event that is supposed to last a lifetime. They take care of your kids while you're here learning.
More than anything, to prepare ourselves as parents to give the best to our children. She called me and said that it would be good, and it really is.
So we came to the first interview, and he was acting a little hesitant. And when we finished the first interview, he left loving it.
Everything that we've learned in the classes we've taken has helped us a lot.
We wish that the classes wouldn't end, that they would continue.
It was really surprising to see when you get here the warm welcome they give you, how they guide you through the topics that you're going to see, and more than anything, the liberty that you feel to speak in your own language.
These programs help you learn about yourself, learn about the other person, learn how to talk, learn how to communicate. This is something that you don't learn on your own. I think communication. Before we couldn't talk about a topic, or if we talked about it, we were mad and we didn't know where to begin or where to end. Here we realized that we could talk. It's not all fighting or silence. You can communicate.
What we learn is that we're not alone. There are resources. There is help.
They gave us tips on how to listen to each other, hold each other, to look into each other's eyes, to show me that I'm paying attention. I'm with you on this.
I'm glad that we are coming to these talks. I think that in these 6 weeks, we've learned a lot. Hearing problems of other people and comparing them to our own, we realize that we're not the only ones.
I think that they are super important because many people come from other countries, and sometimes in other countries you can't find these needed resources.
But if the government contributes to these programs so that the family can be united and that the family is together and grows and can educate our children, we're going to have more professionals. We're going to have people that are better prepared for the future.
Children. It helps the children in the communities because broken homes lead to broken children. And broken children wind up in jail or dead.
Hispanics are now the largest minority in the United States. We can only imagine the impact programs like this can have if they influence even more Hispanic families.
There should be more of this. It's great that the government is focusing on the family, on strengthening the family. We're going to see less crime and more awareness. Because if my kids come from a healthy home where there's peace of mind, not perfect because we're not talking about perfection, but where they learn how to deal with problems, they will learn how to solve them and not run away. My children will build the same type of home and teach their children. So this is an investment that affects many future generations. Of course it changes lives. It changes homes, it changes communities, it changes societies, it changes countries.